Cleaning your whole house in one day is not always the most fun thing to do, but on some days it is necessary, and we can get it done pretty quickly if we just get to work and focus and get it done. Today is Saturday. We are stuck at home all day because my son's a little under the weather. He isn't feeling all that great, which is totally fine. Sometimes being home all day on a Saturday is a nice, pleasant surprise to the end of the week. Let me show you around my house so I can show you all the messes that I need to get cleaned up today. I hope this video gives you lots of cleaning motivation and you leave here feeling like you've been cleaning with a friend. Alright, so of course there's dishes in the sink that need to be cleaned up. We will take care of that. The kitchen's looking pretty good. I did just film my spring kitchen clean with me, if you want to go check that out after. I do also need to do the stovetop. That is a mess. I need to put a few things away here on the island and wipe that down. My son has been working really hard on his flashcards, which has been so cute, and he's doing such a great job. Put those things away. There's always things on our kitchen table that need to be put away. It's really not that bad today. That won't take me very long at all. I'll vacuum, mop the whole thing. And my son's little table always needs to be wiped down. Always little messes on here. He uses this table every single day. It's been raining, so we always have a towel if it's raining for my dog when she comes in. There's toys all over the living room since we have been home, so I'll straighten up this. Oh, and my husband just got a little fish tank. We have 3 goldfish in there. I know it is a little cloudy. He's working on that. This is his first fish tank, so he's very excited about it. There's our dog, and I'll get this whole room cleaned up. It's really not that bad. There's just like toys and stuff from us being home. Gotta put the blankets away. So it's not too bad, but definitely needs a little bit of work, and the whole house definitely needs to be vacuumed. I have a dog, and her dog hair is everywhere. Let's start today in the living room. I usually end in the living room, but figured I'd switch it up since I want to get all of these toys cleaned up, everything put back where they belong, and give this room a really good vacuum. My son is currently napping, so I've got to try to get all of this cleaning done before he wakes up. And if you're a mom, you know nap time can go multiple different ways. It's unpredictable every single day how long they're actually going to sleep. Do I have a half hour? Do I have 2 hours? I have no idea, but I'm going to try to get the entire house cleaned during my son's nap time. Every time I clean my living room, I'm pretty much always putting away blankets here on the couch. My son is 2 years old and he's really into making tents right now, so he loves to have these blankets out. And then he pulls over chairs or anything, tables or anything that he can pull over. Usually the little chairs from his kitchen table come over, and he has me help him to drape them over so then he can have a tent, and then he likes to sit in the tent and play in there. It's super cute. But that's the reason why I'm constantly putting blankets away if you are curious. As soon as he wakes up from his nap, I'm sure these blankets will come right back out because he's going to want to make another tent. As I mentioned earlier in this video, when I did my intro, the day I filmed, my son was a little under the weather, not feeling very well. It's now a couple days later that I'm doing the voiceover, and we're starting to try to figure out if he isn't feeling well due to a food allergy or intolerance. So I am taking him to get the blood work done, and hopefully we'll get to the bottom of what's going on. But do your kids have any allergies? Have you gone through the whole testing process. How did that go for you, and what changes have you had to make for your household in having an allergy? I would love to know what you are all going through and how you're handling it. I know it is so common these days that kids have allergies, and thankfully our grocery stores and the things that we can purchase make it a lot easier than years ago when it was a new thing to be going through having a food allergy in the house. So this will be new for us, and I'm just curious to know if any of you are going through that as well. Moving into the kitchen, I'm still continuing to put away his toys. He's been home and his toys are literally all over the house, which is totally fine. I'd rather him be having fun playing than just sitting and watching TV all day. I'm going to wipe down his little kitchen table here. Here are the chairs I was mentioning that he likes to pull over into the living room to make little tents with. This table and chairs has been such a great item to have. If your little kids don't have one, I highly recommend going and getting one or putting it on a gift wish list. It has been so nice for him to have his own place to be able to sit independently and eat. And he colors here, plays Play-Doh, does his puzzles. He spends a lot of time here at this little table. My kitchen has a lot of hard flooring that needs to be cleaned. So since I'm not sure exactly how much time I have and hopefully I'm able to get through everything, I decided I was just going to vacuum and mop in sections as I was cleaning. So I cleaned his table. I'm going to vacuum and mop right here in this little section. So then I know this whole area is completely clean and I can move on to another section of the kitchen. My kitchen is pretty long and like I said, there's just so much hard flooring that it does take quite a lot of time if I do it all in one. So for myself, I found that it's just easier to work in sections. If you're looking for an easier tip to clean your hard flooring, try to break it down to make it a little less stressful for yourself. To wipe all the surfaces, I'm using the Clorox Scentivia spray in the coconut scent. If you are new here, you'll see me use this quite often. It is my favorite multi-purpose cleaning spray, and I use it all over my house. It smells like the beach. I absolutely love the beach, and why not make your house smell like a vacation? It makes cleaning so much more enjoyable. Moving over to the sink, I'm going to put the dishes in the dishwasher that belong in there and then hand wash quickly everything else that we have in here. This is from breakfast and lunch. My son is taking his nap right now, so it's the perfect opportunity to get all of this stuff cleaned. Then when he wakes up, I can do snack and then dinner and get all of that cleaned as well. I always make one of my biggest tips in cleaning your house is to keep your sink clean at all times. It is just such a fresh of breath air to have a nice clean sink. It's open whenever you need it, and the dishes are never ending, especially when everybody's home. To be honest, on this day, I was really not in the mood to be cleaning. I really just wanted to take a little rest time for myself while my son was taking his nap, but there was so much cleaning that needed to be done. I knew I needed to just get to work and get done all that I could while he was taking his nap. So if you feel like you kind of have to talk yourself into cleaning sometimes, don't worry, I feel that way sometimes too. And I'm sure some of you out there that are watching feel that way, that cleaning sometimes can be such a struggle. But let me tell you, once you get started and get going, you can really get these tasks done much quicker than you had anticipated. And once you are done, you're going to feel so good about it. To have a nice, clean, fresh home, have everything put away where it belongs, even if it's only for a couple minutes, because once your kids get out of their nap, they're most likely going to just take everything out and play with it all again. But to have everything cleaned up allowed me to just have a breath of fresh air for a couple moments and be able to enjoy the rest of my day with my son, even though we spent most of it just snuggling as he watched some movies while he was under the weather, and he did go around and play with some of his toys, which was nice as well. Now I am cleaning out the sink. This task I find to be so relaxing. It is so nice to have a nice, fresh, clean sink. Now I'm working on cleaning the stovetop. This was in desperate need of a good cleaning. It took majority of my cleaning time, but it was well worth it to give the stovetop a really good clean. I'm using the Scentivia Clorox spray first to just get everything kind of up and the initial clean of all the stovetop, and we have some salt and pepper shakers and a little picture frame up here. I'm just cleaning those down as well. and I'll use a few other products to clean the stovetop. I'll show you those as I go. I'm next using the pink stuff. This product is so amazing. I use it multiple different places throughout my house. I'm using a little soft scrub brush. It's nothing too coarse, as the pink stuff is pretty coarse itself. Just an easy tool to use to work the pink stuff around and get up everything that is pretty stuck here on the stove. I'm just adding some hot water to my sponge to help work the pink stuff around even more. I found this cleaning to be so satisfying. It is just so relaxing to kind of just get to work, scrub down some difficult areas, and see the nice finished cleaned result. Now I'm using a dry microfiber cloth to wipe up all of the pink stuff. There was this one area that had something really stuck on, so I'm just using this little scraper tool that I have. I've had it for so long, I really have no idea where I got it, but it's just helpful to bring up anything that's extra stuck. Next, I'm going in with the Dawn Power Wash to just make sure all the pink stuff is cleaned up. Give it a nice last product cleaning, make it all shiny, and the result was so nice. My stovetop was so nice and clean, and I felt so accomplished for getting all of this work done. So I hope that I motivate you in getting yourself ready to clean something you've been putting off, something that feels like it's going to take so long and be so much work. After you watch this, find an area in your house that is that for you and get to work, get it done. I promise you're going to feel so good once it is all clean and you have that item checked off your to-do list. Now I'm vacuuming and then going to mop the second section of my kitchen floor. I'll have one more section. I divided my kitchen floor into 3 sections and it made the task feel so much easier. In each of my videos, I try to add some kind of motivational, inspirational quote. This week's quote that I found is, "Simplicity is the soul of efficiency." I found this to be so perfect, especially this day that I was doing this whole house cleaning. I was definitely trying my best to simplify every task that I was coming across. I had a couple big things that seemed like they were going to take way too much time, and I was going to run out of time because who knew when my son was going to wake up from his nap. But I just kept telling myself, just break this big project down, try your best to simplify it as much as possible, don't overthink it, and before you know it, it will be done. If you just get started and chew off one bit of it at a time, try to break it in parts and make it as simplified as possible. And before I knew it, all of the tasks that I had on my to-do list were done, and I was so very happy and satisfied with all of the cleaning I was able to do. So if you too have a lot to get done on your to-do list and feel overwhelmed, just try your best to break it down in smaller parts and make it as simplified as possible. Moving into my dining room, this room was the easiest for me to clean. There wasn't that much that needed to be done. A few things that needed to be put away here on our table. This table always ends up being kind of a dumping area for us, where we come into the house and just leave everything here. There was a whole bunch of shoes to be put away, which is very odd. That hardly ever happens. But such is life, so I just quickly was able to put all of these items away. This basket was a bunch of stuff that needed to go upstairs, so I just threw it all in the basket, and then when I head upstairs, I'll bring it up there and put the items that need to go up there away. After I put all the items away, I just need to put the chairs back where they belong. We have been having a lot more family dinners here at this table. It's been so much easier for my son and so nice for us to eat as a family. As he's getting much more independent since he's 2, he's still such a messy eater, so it's been a lot easier for us to all eat here together as a family, which has been so nice. I've been greatly enjoying it. So I just need to quickly clean the table and then vacuum and mop the floor in here. To my surprise, my son was still sleeping, so I moved on to the bathroom. I just needed to wipe down the mirror and the top of the counter here. I had already done the rest of this cleaning the day before. So this room was very easy and didn't take much cleaning this day for me, but I figured I would include it since I did have the time since my son was still napping. I think he took a longer nap this day because he wasn't feeling very well, which was nice, so I got a few extra things done. And lastly, I'm going back into the living room to mop the hardwood floor. I totally forgot to do this. I meant to do it when I was cleaning the living room originally, and it just slipped my mind. But while I was mopping the kitchen, I remembered and realized, oh man, I never did the living room, so I'll go back and do that. So then it is done as it desperately needed to be done. And it just made the whole house smell so nice and fresh and clean, and it was just so nice to have the whole house done. Once my son got up from his nap, we really did enjoy our afternoon as a family. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I appreciate your support more than you know. If you are new here and have not yet subscribed, I would absolutely love for you to. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. I hope my channel brings lots of cleaning motivation and inspiration, and you leave here feeling like you've been cleaning with a friend.